What is the meaning of life? It's a question that has haunted us forever. Imagine opening your eyes for the first time and finding yourself in a completely random world. No instruction manual, no voice telling you, here's what you need to do. All you have are your perceptions, your desires, and a lot of questions. Welcome to Philosophy Unplugged. Today we're going to talk about a topic that concerns each and every one of us, the meaning of life, or rather, its absence. If you're here, you've probably asked yourself at least once, but does all this really have a purpose? Well, get ready because today we're diving deep into this question and trying to understand why the absence of universal meaning shouldn't scare us. In fact, it can be liberating. Let's start from the beginning. When we talk about meaning, what exactly do we mean? Often we think of something external to us, a divine plan, a predetermined goal, a guiding destiny. But if we look at reality with a critical eye, this idea starts to waver. Imagine opening your eyes for the first time and finding yourself in a completely random world. No instruction manual, no voice telling you, here's what you need to do. All you have are your perceptions, your desires, and a lot of questions. Well, that's life. From a scientific perspective, we are the result of billions of years of random evolution. There is no master plan behind us, just a series of genetic mutations that brought us here. From a philosophical standpoint, many thinkers have emphasized how the universe is indifferent to our existence. Take Albert Camus, for example. He said that the absurdity of life lies precisely in the fact that we seek meaning in a world that doesn't offer it. We are human beings who want to give meaning to everything, but the universe doesn't respond. So what? Do we give up? No, quite the opposite. Camus compared our search for meaning to that of Sisyphus, the mythological figure condemned to push a boulder up a mountain, only for it to roll back down every time. This endless cycle of effort might seem purposeless, but Camus concluded that we must imagine Sisyphus happy. Why? Because happiness doesn't depend on the outcome, but on how we face the process. If life has no intrinsic meaning, then we are free to create our own. That's the key point. When we stop looking for external answers, we begin to build something authentic within ourselves. Camus talks about rebellion. He says we must refuse to accept the indifference of the universe as a condemnation. We can choose to live fully, to embrace every moment, even if it has no cosmic significance. Because in the end, we are the ones who give it meaning. Imagine writing a book. You get to decide the theme, the characters, the plot. Maybe it won't be read by millions of people, but for you, it will be a unique work, the fruit of your creativity. Similarly, we can imagine our lives as a work of art in constant evolution. It doesn't matter if it won't have a global audience. What matters is that it's meaningful to us. Now pay attention. Saying that we can create our own meaning doesn't mean that anything goes. On the contrary, this freedom comes with great responsibility. If there's no predefined meaning, then it's up to us to decide what's worth doing, what we want to pursue, and what values we want to embrace. Think about it. Every day we make choices, small and big. What to eat, who to spend time with, what job to take. Each of these decisions contributes to building our sense of life. It's not an easy task, but it's deeply human. It's not a script written by someone else. These are your values, interests, and passions. And you know what? It works. It works because meaning isn't something given to us from the outside. It's something we build through our actions. But beware, creating your own meaning requires awareness. We need to be honest with ourselves. Ask yourself, what are my values? What relationships do I want to nurture? What goals truly motivate me? It's not enough to follow the flow or settle for what society offers us. We need to dig deeper. But there's another truth we need to face: uncertainty. Living without a predefined meaning means accepting that we'll never have all the answers. And that's okay. Uncertainty isn't an enemy. It's an opportunity. It pushes us to explore, to experiment, to grow. Jean-Paul Sartre, one of the great existentialist philosophers, said that man is condemned to be free. We are forced to choose even when we don't want to. And that can be scary, but it's also what makes us unique. Look at nature. It doesn't seek meaning. It just lives. It grows, changes, evolves. Maybe we can learn something from that. We can stop worrying so much about the why and focus on the how. How do we want to live? How do we want to relate to others? How can we leave a positive mark on the world? Let's also remember that life is made of imperfect moments. We don't need to wait for the perfect moment to be happy or fulfilled. The beauty lies precisely in imperfection, in attempts, in mistakes, and in starting over. Life has no intrinsic meaning, but this isn't a tragedy. It's a possibility to create, to explore, to live authentically. We don't need a divine plan or a predetermined destiny to find happiness and fulfillment. We just need ourselves. So the next time you feel lost, remember, there's nothing wrong with you. You're simply living in a world that doesn't have easy answers. And that's okay, because in the end, you create your own meaning. If you enjoyed this journey into the oldest, yet still alive way of thinking, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and leave a comment.